Let's talk about driver development for a moment. The great thing about the manufacturer is they're amazing at the engineering software, but all the drivers are fighting for time.
Yes.
The engineers are fighting for time. Each team has time allocation to that environment. That could be 3 in the morning. It could be, I mean, because it's a one-to-one environment. You know, on the driver development standpoint, they're not really getting a ton of time to be able to perfect their skills. What would have been like for you having your compact trainer CT chassis from SimCraft back when you first started? Talk about driver development for a moment and what that would have meant to 20 championships?
Well,
20-time Hall of
yeah,
Famer?
right, exactly. No, it's the reality of where we're at. I mean, the big teams take priority, period, and then everything else is the trickle down. Well, unfortunately, when you get past the big teams, that trickle down, those are the guys who need it more than the big teams. Now, the big teams are out there and they're racing for wins and they're racing for championships, and that's why they get the priority, no question. But what do you do about young drivers? And what do you do about young teams? And what do you do about having the ability to bring both of those front and center and get the most out of them? And for me, the system that I have at home is perfect for that, because you have the ability as a driver. And I mean, quite frankly, here I am, you know, growing up and trying to drive anything I can, but you only were able to drive if you were able to connect with a team. Fast forward to where we are now, a lot of drivers have simulators, a lot of guys run them. And it still goes back to that same thing where you have to be able to recreate the environment that we live in as closely to reality as we can. And in my view, the system that we have, the one I'm driving at home, is as good as it gets. And as a driver that's trying to make his way up, that absolutely gives him an edge. You know, whether you're running in the GR series or whether you're running in the Cup series or whether you're in the, you know, IMSA and NASCAR, whatever the case might be, you need track time. I mean, I'll guarantee you right now, all this manufacturer sims, so you have in NASCAR, you have Toyota, you have Ford, and you have Chevy. You have Coda coming up next week. And I'll guarantee they're running 24 hours a day right now, because those guys need the time, and not just need the time, but fight for the time. Drivers, teams, everything across the board. First road course race of the year. You can't go testing. How are you going to get that competitive edge? And that's exactly how you get that competitive edge.